Hey, it's Easter time again, so we're going to be eating some hot cross buns. Today I'm making some coconut-style hot cross bun. Growing up in the Bahamas is a major event throughout the whole Caribbean. We always make hot cross bun. In this recipe, though, it is a bit different, though, because I changed it up. I'm adding some coconut and a few other ingredients that you'll be seeing in this video. But hey, let's get to it. Let's make some hot cross buns. So to get started, we're going to activate our yeast. This is probably the most important part of this dish. So you want to activate it with some warm water and some sugar or honey. Then you want to hydrate your coconut flakes. If you don't do it, it will make the bun a bit dry. Here we have some whole wheat flour. I'm going to add some stevia to this. I find it's a better option than sugar. I'm going to add in some ground cinnamon, some nutmeg, and some allspice. I'm going to add some sugar. That's optional. Then you want to make sure coat all the dry ingredients together before we go to the wet ingredients. That consists of 2 eggs. Then the main star of the dish is the coconut milk. So you can use whatever milk you want, but it will change the flavor. You'll need some coconut milk. Added some dried cranberries, some natural sweetness. Then we went back in with our coconut flakes. And then you're just going to mix it in thoroughly. Slowly add in your milk. And then also coat in your yeast thoroughly. Just gonna add some vanilla as well. For the dough, be careful. Don't add a bunch of flour. Just add a tiny bit. I find the trick is adding some olive oil to your hand and then knead this for 10 minutes. So here, this is after the dough rests for an hour and a half. So here, that was the first recipe. Just gonna make our bun. So for me, I like to just wait. I go for about 100 grams for a bun and then I roll it. You might have a more efficient way of doing it. I just find that's the best way to me to get the right size. So you're just gonna roll 100 grams. And pretty straightforward. And as you can see here, like this is how much I got from it. So we're going to let this sit for 45 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to make our icing sugar. Now, this is no set measurement. You just need a ton of it and mix. One trick I find if you don't have enough, add a bit of cornstarch and leave it in the refrigerator. So here, after resting, we're going to bake for 35 minutes. So when it's almost ready, we're going to do our glaze. So here I have some coconut sugar and some water. And once the oven goes off, you just want to make sure it's actually cooked. So you just want to make sure there's no moisture in the middle. And then you're going to add our glaze. Now, one thing I would say, like, once you add the glaze, let it sit for about 30 minutes an hour. So you're going to see a mistake. I only let it sit for about 15 minutes. So here, when I added my icing, as you're going to see, so you're just going to add icing. Because it was still hot, my actual cross, it started to melt. So it still tastes pretty good, but definitely don't make this mistake I made. Let it sit for about an hour and then go ahead with your cross. But again, it's still good, ready to eat. Our hot cross bun is all done, like so nice and tasty. The texture is like very soft, and even though I didn't use milk, the coconut milk still made it like very soft inside. As you can see, I'm just gonna break one off here. So you can see it's still like very soft, very tasty. In the middle, like one thing I do find, though, like using the coconut sugar instead of the brown sugar, the taste is definitely different. So if you're using brown sugar or coconut sugar, keep in mind it's going to taste different. But either way, it's still a good Caribbean style hot cross bun. Thank you for your time. And if you like this video, I have a red lentil bread here. I think you'd like it as well. I'll see you in that video.